All right, YouTube listeners and podcast guests, it is Isaiah,
It's Reese.
and we're back for our second episode on the Multiversal Pod. And for number two, just wanted to talk about something that's a little bit dear to both of our hearts, especially right now. And we're going to be doing a season recap of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Um, Before we get into each episode and break each episode down, just overall recap. What was your favorite part and favorite character that we got to see like really blossom this season?
Um, my favorite episode. I'm gonna say gloves off, bro. That has to be. I mean, it was a good episode. Bullseye really wanted that one good deed.
It paid off at the end. It
Paid
paid off at the
it
end.
did, it did. Paid off at the end. Yeah, that was a good. It was a good ass episode. Now, if we're gonna talk about character, we didn't even really get to see her as much. But man, White Tiger, bro.
Yes, yes, yes.
White Tiger, like I'm really excited for what they go do with her in season 3. I know she'll have a bigger role. But yeah, like the last episode, oh my god.
Yeah, she was jumping around like a cat. Like
Like
she looked like a cat. Like she sprung like how Black Panther and
yo,
Fury does. Like she had that like recoil in her legs. Like she had
yes,
that like spring.
yes.
That was a great. That was great
I love
to
how
see.
angry she is.
Oh
She's
yeah,
a
she's on a path for vengeance, but it seems like she's kind of doing it the right way.
yeah, yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I mean? Like she's waiting until she can go out with Daredevil. She's not just going out on her own trying to
Right,
fight crime. Like she was waiting for Karen. She told Karen like, "Let me help. Like I
right.
can help." You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna season 3, she might start going out there on her own.
I need to see her and Peter. I
Yo.
need to like,
Like the Ultimate Spider-Man days.
yeah. I just don't think we're gonna get that just because how old Luke Cage is, and
Mm,
I think they'll try to keep them a little bit separate, like keep the defenders separate from you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
But hey, a brother can hope.
yeah. Yeah, that's all we can do is hope,
We
man.
can hope.
Yeah, I pray for that.
Yeah,
It'll be perfect.
it's great. So let's go into episode 1, and episode 1 was titled "The Northern Star," and just what I got out of it is Matt is operating underground while Fisk is tightening his grip on New York City through the anti-vigilante task force, which I feel like, just to step off to the side with it, I feel like a lot of these shows are trying to like pay homage to like stuff we're seeing in real
In real
life
life, yeah.
nowadays, because like the anti-vigilante task force gave heavy ice vibes,
Yeah,
like
it's very
heavy ice
ice vibes.
vibes, like
Oh my
crazy
lord.
ice vibes.
The way it is rounding up people.
And it's like it's cool to see that the MCU is like integrating like villains into like real life
Real life.
stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's dope, yeah.
But yeah, and then Daredevil is now seen as an outlaw to the city from his actions at the beginning of the episode, because they basically try to blame the ship sinking on Daredevil. And yeah, it was a fun episode to see that black suit finally, like, I don't care what anybody says. I think that the way that they did the suit, how it was like ashing off,
Yes,
and like
as he was
I think
fighting.
yeah, I think they did that to make it look like the old like comic book suit that had like the dark red from the dark black from like the shadow that was on
Oh,
his
Shadow
suit
Man.
and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it really clean look, really
Yeah.
clean look.
I've been waiting on that since season 1 when he finally had put the suit on again. When Angelo Toro got captured by Muse. And he opened that door, and it was just all those masks sitting there, man. I've been waiting to see that black suit for the longest.
Yeah, it's great to finally see when they do a character's suit right. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Especially
yes.
when they do it wrong in the beginning. Like, okay, hear me out. I have a hot take. I love the Ben Affleck Daredevil suit. I love
It's
it. I
bad.
just love how it's shiny leather. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I normally we hate the leather suits,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah. But
that leather suit, I think they did it right.
don't get me started on leather suits, bro. X-Men is terrible.
Yeah.
The suits.
So that whole series We won't even get into that.
Yeah.
It's not even,
Another
that's
video,
another
another video.
video. So for the main topics for the episode 1 with Northern Star, we have Matt in hiding. Fisk is becoming more of an authoritarian type leader. NYC is turning against vigilantes instead of helping them, which we normally see. I mean, we all remember Sam Raimi, Spider-Man, Joey Diaz. You want to get to him? You
You
gotta
gotta
go
get to
through me.
me.
Oh God. But so Karen's kind of helping and leading this resistance, and then this is where we find out, like that we talked about, the White Tiger legacy
Yeah.
continues. I even just seeing her like with that handkerchief. I don't know if that might not have been in episode 1, but like when she took like when she was scheming around that investigation room, and she was taking that amulet.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
like
yes, yes, yes.
she was eyeing it the whole time.
I was excited when I finally see her wear that amulet. I want them to go more in depth to that too, like really give a backstory on it.
Yeah, I need a backstory on that, especially because in the comic book she's a Puerto Rican superhero, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty cool with me,
Heck yeah.
Um, and then we go on to like the important deaths that are mentioned, and we talk about Foggy's death, how it's still like heavily impacting Daredevil's emotional side, and how he's not really sure if he wants to stay on that justice path that Foggy always loved, or if he wants to like give in and go with Karen's rage path of like, yo, let's kill everything. Let's kill.
I
No,
like this Karen
I
page.
like it too. I like it too because it's like he even said it, like you're going off of Punisher's actions. Punisher, ain't
Sometimes you,
nobody messing with
yeah,
Punisher.
sometimes you need a little Punisher.
Punisher killed the entire like New York legislative system. And they said, "All right, he's too dangerous. We'll just leave him alone. Like we'll leave
Right
him alone.
blood,
We'll let him
yeah.
go on vacation." But I guess the question that we have for the episode is, it really asks, can Matt ever get over Foggy's death? Like, can it happen? Can it be something that helps him understand himself as a better hero?
Mm,
You know, but then we move on to episode 2, and we go to Shoot the Moon, which Fisk is using fear and media manipulation to draw Daredevil back in the open. Matt starts realizing that the city genuinely needs Daredevil back, and I think this was where the episode got good for me, or the season got good for me, especially psych major in school. There was just a lot of psychological warfare that was going on, especially with what's her name? Who's gonna be Muse?
Oh, Heather Glenn.
Yeah, Heather Glenn. Especially with Heather, there was so much going on with her character and how she's fighting her inner demons,
Yeah.
which we come to see at the end. Crazy. Um, Fisk is manipulating New York City. He pretty much has everything. Like he has control of damn
Oh
near
yeah. Oh
everything.
yeah.
Like the rate that he moved, like how fast he moved from being just a mayor in power to a mayor in power of everything.
Yeah. That's yeah.
It's it's insane to see. And I think this episode kind of solidified Daredevil as like a symbol. So like he kind of protecting the people, almost like a Batman type of thing.
Right.
So yeah, it it's a touchy subject, but I think the public fear aspect of how Fisk was starting to manipulate, like we talked about, manipulating the media and everything like that. It was crazy to see how the civilians' fear just kind of ramped up as we went through the season.
Right.
And it definitely started in episode 2.
Right. Yeah. Oh man. When he tried to when he lured him out, calling him a hero, the way he just smiled at that camera.
Yeah,
Wilson Fisk, bro. He's so
set him
devious.
up. It was almost like, if you want to be Matt Murdock, you're gonna get caught. If you want to be Daredevil, you're gonna get caught, and we're gonna find a way to get you. So, I mean, yeah. So, what do you think about Fisk's law and order tactics to like real world stuff? Do you think like
Yeah, he's he is the MCU's Trump. This is the MCU's Trump, yo.
I don't
Literally.
care. I don't care.
Please get him, Buck.
Get him, fuck.
Yeah,
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 no,
yeah.
yeah, they definitely, they made him like how he struts around and stuff like that. They definitely made him like have a like Trump type swag to him,
Right.
which is hilarious.
Facts, but oh man, like you hate his character, but like I think that's what you want from like
Yeah,
somebody.
it's almost like you love to see the other people that you like around you hating on the same person.
Right, right,
It's like
right.
cool. It's almost like bonding between hate.
Yeah.
It's like yo, we don't like him. We're cool.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, Vincent, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Vincent D'Onofrio, yo, he's like I said, like, that goes back to like Robert Downey playing Iron Man. I don't see nobody else playing Kingpin.
yeah, I don't either. I think that's the one thing that Marvel, we have all the freaking rights. We have all of them, and you're telling me that we can't get Kingpin? You're telling me that we can't get him for movies and it's just TV shows? Come on.
And he's a Spider-Man villain too. That's what makes me
That's the
mad. Like we
he's the
should,
main he's like the main Spider-Man. Like
yeah,
when
like
when you're making a city level like Spider-Man movie about city level threats, Kingpin is the person who's controlling the
yeah,
city.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
He's
I'm tired of these like little gaps that we have in between, like time jumping from like Daredevil and then
yeah,
3 months later and now we're at Spider-Man and then
yeah,
Sheila's the mayor or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
what was in between? What happened in between? You know what I mean? Like, uh,
Yeah, Sony, bro. I gotta stop being stingy.
all right. So move on to episode number 3.
My, one of my
I,
favorite
bro, he
episodes.
was raving about this episode when it came out. Couldn't stop talking about it, and it's fair. Episode 3, the scales and the sword. Matt and Karen begin rebuilding alliances with Fisk's task force, and that task force is just expanding. It's getting bigger. I mean, it's taking over more of the civilian rights and not just worrying about vigilantes. And then the legal side of the show becomes huge again. This is where we get Swordsman's trial.
Oh my
And oh my gosh, I think this is a great, one of the reasons that this is a great show is because you get the aspect of superheroes and then the real life justice behind the superheroes. Like, I think Daredevil does everything that She Hulk failed in. We're not even going to get there, but we're not even going to go there. But like I said, it's everything that She Hulk failed in with the lawyer side of it, and not just trying to be funny with the lawyer stuff, and actually like, yo,
And
shit's
actually,
happening.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing I'd really. Yeah, that's not even gonna She-Hulk because that's good.
We're good on it. Yeah, that'll be a whole 40 minutes of explaining why it was a bad show.
So terrible. But yeah, this is one. Yeah, episode 3 is one of my favorite episodes. Oh my, the wonder we got in the ground cells with him and Swordsman fighting overly peak.
He didn't even have a sword
He
either.
didn't even have a
Bro had a
sword.
like
He had like
a piece of metal rebar.
yeah,
A
from
piece of
the.
metal rebar. He
Oh
was
my,
fighting, and
it was
he low key hit the Billy Club move a
yeah,
couple times. He hit the throw it off the wall,
yeah.
stab somebody in the eye. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie though, 'cause we didn't get much of him. You watch Hawkeye?
a little bit of it. Yeah,
I'm about to say I watched it and we didn't get much of Swordsman at all in there, like of him fighting or anything. So for us to actually see him and Daredevil going crazy, that ain't gonna lie. I never thought that was a team up we needed, but I
it's
love that team up.
definitely yeah. But another character, Marvel. Can we get the suits right?
Mm.
Swordsman does not look like that. He had a fucking cloth over his head. He had a he had a literal like what is it? A
Like,
pillowcase. He had a
yeah,
pillowcase over his head. He had a pillowcase and was wearing a purple suit. That's not Swordsman. If you go back to the Avengers Assemble and you go look at Swordsman, Swordsman looks like a badass. Like
I feel like
they
they
just
gonna do some justice. I think season 3 he might get some
little suit upgrade
little suit upgrade. Yeah, same with White Tiger. I pray she get a suit upgrade.
for sure. So this episode really talks about how Foggy's death destroys everyone emotionally and not just Daredevil. It
Okay.
kind of brings to light that Karen's in the same spot as him
Right.
and they're both struggling and they both kind of confide in each other. And then we move to possibly the biggest episode, Gloves Off. Episode 4, Bullseye crashes Fisk's charity boxing event, which it seemed like, why the hell did that even happen? Like, Fisk almost gets assassinated. Then you have a public event
I
at a
think
very
I think
open
that's what I
space.
think that's what he wanted though.
Yeah,
I think that's what he really wanted.
okay.
Because seeing Daredevil and Bullseye there, you could tell that he wanted that to happen. He wanted to flip the narrative. He wanted to put the people against him,
Hmm. For
basically.
sure.
Which I
And
don't
then
mind
it ends
against
up
Bullseye.
it ends up being one of the season's biggest tragedies for Fisk.
Yes.
And that's when we see Bullseye's full return. Fisk starts losing emotional control just because everything that happened with Vanessa. It's and it's his fault too because blocked he blocked it with the belt after
Yeah.
he won. He blocked it. Bullseye throws the New York Mayor Fisk
At the little glass thing.
little
Yeah.
glass figurine, and the shard breaks off and hits Vanessa right in the temple. And I actually have some psychological stuff that I learned from my teacher. I was like very intrigued about like the whole Vanessa process, and I know we'll get a little bit deeper into the episodes with just this talking. I talked to my teacher and I asked her about like why did Vanessa's taste buds change after her injury, and this is the response that I got. Um, Taste is determined by the gustatory cortex, which could have which could have totally been damaged by the projectile that entered the brain in the temple, which altered her taste buds and her memory of the things that she liked, did not like, which also we think had a huge reason to play on why she died, that she was probably allergic to pineapples.
Right.
So, yeah.
And then, hey, my defense. I'm glad she gone. Lolo, she took Foggy away from us. I wouldn't. I could never forgive her for that. So therefore, she had to go. She had to go.
I feel like once I figured that out with she was the one that sent the hit, it almost made me not hate Bullseye. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Fact.
all right, he's cool. He just
Yo, I was actually rooting for Bullseye this season. Like
yeah.
Became such a likable character this season.
Yes, he
I
did.
tell you, I truly hated that man season one. I truly hated him when he shot Foggy, bruh. I was really so hurt. Like
I was
we
praying
got
like
him
a.
back.
I was praying that Matt just killed him on the roof. Like, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and he
But
somehow he survived.
so, did Fisk accidentally cause Vanessa's death?
Yes,
Yes. He accidentally
he
caused her
definitely
death.
did. Because
Yes.
he even said you don't like pineapple juice. It makes your what do you say lips itch or something like that or
Yeah.
tingle. Like you knew she was allergic. You still gave it to her anyway. You killed
Hmm.
her. Good.
Yeah, I think this was like that part really showed like how much Vanessa knew about Fisk and how much Fisk didn't really even care to let go
Hmm.
about the little stuff.
Right.
So then we move to episode 5 and main event that happens in that. Vanessa Fisk officially dies from her injuries in the office. What? So yeah, she dies from her injuries in the office, and the city feels like it's under this like martial law now, especially after the events that transpired from the boxing event. And Fisk becomes more ruthless, and it's kind of the side of Kingpin that we want
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I was tired of this like awkward Kingpin that was just like shredding around doing whatever this lady said, and
Right.
it was kind of weird a little bit. It was kind of like fake power that
Yeah, I
you.
say once she was gone, it was like we got the old Kingpin that was from the Netflix series.
Mhm. I
He
think it
came
was
back.
like he kind of once she died. I think he forgot about what happened when Echo shot him.
Mm.
And it kind of just was like she's dead, so it don't matter
It don't
now.
matter no
You know
more.
what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And then Matt's still he's kind of cornered emotionally because Bullseye is becoming a target, and he ends up helping Bullseye out, which I think Karen almost ripped his head off in that scene. Like Karen, we ended the episode with Karen just staring. We ended episode 4 with Karen just staring at them when he brought him in, and um I don't even know what I would do if someone killed my best friend and then like brought the killer back
Hey,
to the main layer.
I'm not even gonna lie. I would have pulled a carrying page also. I would have tried to shoot him in the
Exactly.
head. I would have tried to kill
Exactly.
him.
And then the Billy Club comes out of nowhere
I
and
know.
hits that thing out of there. And
She was so mad, but I get her frustration though, because from what she said, you choosing everything, you choosing everything and everybody over people that love you, and it's kind of like that because you are like you just helping these people, and I get it. You're a hero. He has a moral code. I understand that. I respect that. But it's like, dude, how many times do you want to keep going through? It's
yeah, nah,
like
for real. Especially like who's next,
it's the
Karen, and then like
it's the same song and dance. Now once Karen gone, it's over.
yeah,
So I get Karen's point of view for surely on that.
yeah. So then w- we have to have this little discussion. So was Vanessa the only thing that was keeping Fisk like human?
I would think so. I would think so. I feel like that was just like, yeah, anything like he. I don't know. It's just like a lot of things. Fit like he's like you said, he hit the sand between his toes. But if he's with her, like he doesn't even mind. Like it,
Yeah,
everything revolved around Vanessa with him. So
yeah,
I think that was the only thing keeping him sane. Once she was over, like once she left, he snapped. Like it was over.
totally agree.
So yeah.
So then we move on to episode 6, and this was Requiem. And Matt and Fisk finally collide emotionally and philosophically again. And the show slows down here to focus on the grief and the rage, mostly Wilson's, and then we get to see Matt's kind of guilt that he feels for being involved. And um, Karen's kind of pulling Matt together. That's when we get that scene when they're both crying and they're forehead to forehead and they're kind of just spilling each other out to one another and losing it. You know?
Yeah, I don't. I think we already passed this episode, but I want to talk about the fight with the task force and their hideout.
Oh, when they broke everybody out of prison.
No, 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 no. When the task force figured out where Daredevil and Karen was hiding, and they pulled up on him, when they pulled up to Josie Bar,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
and Daredevil was so lethal in that fight. One thing I love about how when he fight, he really relies on that Billy Club. Like he maneuvers so well too. Like I love how they added that his acrobatness. Whoa, that was crazy. The way this is how flexible he is, and
no, he was like jumping, like how we talked about White Tiger was like springing around this season. He was like moving around,
he
and it's
was
like after episodes like where he gets shot in the leg or shot in the
yeah,
stomach, and it's like, damn, he's going through it, but he's still like performing at peak level
at
too.
peak. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's always like the thing that you guys got to understand about Daredevil too. It's never full. He's never really in full kill mode. He's always in stable, like to stabilize the person he's going against. You know what I mean? He's always in stabilization mode. But then I think in that scene we kind of see when they're on his turf and come into his territory. That's when he becomes more aggressive. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh, he did them so dirty. he did them so dirty.
So let's go to the emotional angle of episode 6. And both Matt and Fisk are basically driven by loss now. Matt's loss of Foggy and still not really understanding, and Fisk's loss of Vanessa. And the parallel is kind of huge because you you get this comparison between both of them that they're both going through the same exact thing on this parallel line, but then it's completely opposite ends of the spectrum. You
Right.
get like a man that's trying not to crash everything and burn the world because he just lost somebody, and then you get a man that's trying to do right by everybody so that the world doesn't crash. So I think that that was a huge episode of just understanding where Matt and Fisk lie between each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was definitely a great episode.
All right, so we go to episode 7, and this is the Hateful Darkness. New York City erupts into chaos as resistance against Fisk grows. big MCU street level setups begin happening. The resistance movement starts moving on to the mayor's office, and they kind of destroy it. I mean, they leave it looking insane. It kind of looks. You remember in Spider-Man, the Spider-Man video game? Did you play that at
Was
all?
you talking about the first one, the Insomniac one, when the
Yeah.
Kingpin was in it?
You remember when Miles Morales' dad dies,
Yeah.
and like there's like fire barrels around like this like messed up like mayoral site. That's kind of what that reminded me of. It kind of looked directly like that to me. And this is where I think a lot of us were a little bit sad and a little bit happy, because the happy part, we get the defenders set up a little bit. We start to see Jessica Jones, start to see her. She went crazy. You didn't even see the task force. You just see her like wrecking them and throwing them like above trees and stuff, just protecting her daughter at her house.
Yo, when we opened up that episode in season six, episode 6 with Jessica Jones. At first, well, I kind of figured it was her, but when I first seen the footsteps going outside, I'm like, who is this lady? Then I just see all these people getting thrown around the window. I'm like, oh, that's Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
And then I see the daughter. I'm like, yo. When I seen her, when they said Danielle, I'm like, that has to be Luke Cage's daughter.
yeah. And then, like we talked about, the sad part, Daniel Blake dies.
Oh man, hey. When I was just like, I was actually just starting to like Daniel, but I hated him so bad in season 1. This is how much of a suck up he was to Fisk and stuff. But then like he was kind of battling between I wanna be a part of this campaign with Fisk, but then like I'm human too. Like
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like,
wanna.
I'm seeing the wrongdoings
Yeah.
that's going on. I'm seeing how, like he said to Buck when he was dying, he was like, how long is it going to be until you're on the other end of this on the floor
Right.
with the gun pointing you? I think he started to realize that, and that's when he accepted his death. But I didn't know that that was the main actor of Sopranos' son. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yep.
just figured that
I
out
about to say, I found that
this
out.
season.
Yeah, this season, yep, I did too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's dope.
So, do you think it was? Do you think Daniel's death was necessary, or was it just like a shock value? Is it like to get the crowd like, or was it more of like to show like how we talked about?
I don't know, honestly. Honestly, I didn't see it coming. I thought Buck liked Daniel so much, like he was just gonna let him go. Like
That's what I thought too. I thought that eventually it was just gonna be like, kid, just get on up. I thought he was gonna do what
what he did to
Dan,
BB.
yeah, what Daniel did to BB.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do the same thing, but I'm like, yo, it kind of hit me when Matt starts praying and they're paralleling back and forth to him and
Yeah.
Daniel. I'm like, oh my gosh, like don't kill him. And then he shot him. Like, oh no, he killed Daniel.
And then we also get this scene where the main AVTF agent um kills the other one that is giving Karen and Daredevil information, and then he
Yeah.
blames it on the protesters to
Yes.
start killing them.
Yo,
That was insane.
Officer Powell, yo, I hate him so bad.
He just has one of those faces, like
Right?
you know what I'm saying. He got a face. It's like I hate you.
I hate
I
you. I
don't
want to
like the way
punch
you look.
you.
Like, I don't like the way you look.
Yeah, I don't like the way he look. Facts,
It's like the dude. People be having a face sometimes where like your face matches your attitude, and it's like you got it. You can't have both. You
yeah,
can't have
man.
both.
Big struggle.
Yeah, pick a
Yeah,
struggle.
I understand that.
So then we move on to the finale, which it was great.
It was peak. I think it was probably the best episode that they had. Besides, my opinion, besides the Swordsman and Daredevil episode, that was a peak episode right there. The last episode was a peak episode.
And the title card is the Southern Cross. It needed it.
Such a
It was great. It was such a great setup too. It branches off into so many different things that we see in the comics about like Matt publicly admitting that he's Daredevil, and the reason he did it is to free Karen.
for
Like
sure. Yeah,
he
yeah,
he
yeah.
knew that he was like, this is the only way. This is the only way that we can get her out of here. Um, Fisk's empire just completely crumbles in the span of pretty much overnight. Like,
overnight.
overnight, it just crumbles, and Jessica Jones helps fight the ABTF agents, and then Luke Cage appears out of the darkness. That was such
I
a
was
cool
so hyped.
scene.
So
Water down.
hyped.
That was such a cool scene, though. Like, just the way he walked in and they had like the slow music playing, and like the camera was low at his feet, and he was like showing like I'm big as hell.
Yeah.
I'm back, and he was dealing with something in Harlem, so he wasn't that far.
Yeah, hopefully they touch up on that too in season 3. Like, I want to know what he was doing over there.
And then at the end, we see Matt is arrested, and on the other end of the spectrum, which me and him talked about yesterday or the day before, that it was weird to see Matt on the prison spectrum and Wilson on the spectrum of being at the beach.
After all he did,
All he did,
didn't
and he kind of got just
what did he get a pass because he was married? Or something? I'm like, I don't understand
yeah.
that.
I think that was the one thing that we'll have to wait until
Season 3, find it out.
yeah season 3 to find out. Or maybe even I don't know. Do we know where Punisher One Last Kill is taking place?
I do not.
Because
If
he's
they
gonna
told us,
be in New York with Spider Man.
right?
So I think they're gonna One Last Kill if it is in the timeline with after Daredevil, if they place it right after Daredevil season 2. I think that we're gonna see Sheila take over Mayor in this One Last Kill special, and I think it could be big for Brand New Day.
Right.
Could be big for Brand New
I
Day.
I got a question though. You think they're gonna No Way Home it?
What
Like,
do you mean, like?
do you think they're gonna like? 'Cause you know how he revealed his identity. You think they're gonna try to like erase the memory? I think that if they do that, I think that's I wouldn't like that.
I don't think that they'll do that. Um, I think what they will do, and somehow we can make this happen because it happens in the comics. So in the comic books, when Matt Murdock, after he's shown off as Daredevil and like that's his identity, Danny Rand, while Matt's on trial for being like prosecuted as Daredevil, shows up to court in the Daredevil suit and is like, "No, I'm Daredevil. Like, how's he Daredevil if we're in court right now and I'm right here?"
Oh yeah, that'd be
So I
dope.
think that could be a way that they might be able to do it, just to get some comic book accuracy and also give the people what they want.
To
So
be fair though, I thought they was gonna I thought he was gonna do that in episode 8. Like, I thought he was gonna bring somebody in as Daredevil, have him testify and stuff. But
yeah,
yeah, that's a cold 360.
I'm surprised we didn't get an idea of where he's at. Rand, like
Who?
Danny Rand. We didn't get
You
an
know why?
idea
Because
season 8 or
yeah,
episode
episode 8.
8 where he's
Yeah,
at.
because I don't know. We haven't seen anything from him since like the Defenders, and there was talks like he wasn't even supposed to come back as a character. But I don't know if you've seen like the set photos
Yeah, I
and
seen the
stuff.
set photos
And I
before.
seen and there's a leaked video of him
Really?
using of him using his fist. It's on Twitter. I'm gonna send it to you later.
Okay.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We definitely should have been had Danny Rand back. I personally like a lot of people don't like his character, but I personally love Danny Rand. I love the Iron Fist. I love the show too.
Yeah, I told you I just started watching it. Me and him were talking about it earlier yesterday. I just started watching it, and I think the way that they set it up, it's like he's this homeless guy that just stumbles in, and it's
Yeah.
like, get the hell out of here,
Right.
man. He's like, this is my
This
building.
is
Like,
my
what are you
company.
guys
Yeah,
talking
right.
about? But I guess that leads us to what do we want in season 3? What do you guys want in season 3?
Facts.
I mean, I think season 3, I want to see Elektra become Daredevil.
Now, I'm not sure if they would bring. I don't know how they would bring Electra back. You finished the Defenders?
Not yet. That's what I meant too.
See, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want
Just
to
tell
spoil.
me. We're here.
I was about to say, yeah, I'm pretty sure she died in the Defenders
Okay.
because she had died in Daredevil, or did she? I'm pretty sure she got died in Daredevil in the Netflix series, and then she had got brought back. She had got brought back to life.
Well, there's speculation that like I don't know. There's in the Daredevil universe. I'm not even the Daredevil universe, but in that street level universe, there's a lot of times where people get beat to hell and they still end up coming back. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, there's speculations that Foggy's still alive. I've
Yo,
heard that
I've heard
a
that too.
lot.
I've
That
been hearing it.
Foggy's gonna show up in this next season.
Hell, if that's so, I don't know how they would do it though. I mean, I've heard there's a comic run like that where Vanessa faked his death.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that. Hey, me personally, man, I want to see Eldon back as Foggy.
Nah, he was good. He
He
was
was
good,
good.
and the way he matured over time, and he
Yeah.
was like this slick back, chubby dude that had
Yes.
like that had a little bit of swag to him, and then he won a couple cases, and now he got the clean shaved beard, the low cut, and he's just always in his suit looking nice. It was great. That was great casting. I liked I liked Happy Hogan as Foggy in the Ben Affleck Daredevil, but like he was a little bit too tall and like big for that role. You know
All
what I mean?
right.
Like he needed to play a security guard. Like he looked like a security guard.
I don't know. A lot of people give hate to that movie too. Me personally, I love the Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. I
I
think
do
that's a
too.
good movie.
I think they used his sonar good, like the way that they showed his sonar.
Yeah.
I think his eyes were good too. I like how that they were like grayed out because I mean, in the comic books, Daredevil's and even in the show, and he gets he loses his sight because he's like burned, like his eyes are physically burned by a chemical.
Right.
So I think that's one thing that they sometimes you'll catch Charlie Cox like looking at the camera and you're like, dude, you're blind.
Yeah.
You look at the wall or something like you're not
That's right.
like. But then we also forgot to mention at the end of episode 8. I will say the one thing that I was kind of pissed that we didn't realize or figure out who the hell Charles is still.
Yo,
We still don't know.
we
We
don't
still
know.
don't know
I was about to ask you
enough
that too. Like,
about him.
I don't know what his role's supposed to be. I
I
don't know
think
who he
he's gonna be
is.
like. I think he's gonna be, um, DeFontaine's like almost like her Maria Hill, or almost like her, um, Agent Coulson,
Okay.
like where he's the recruiter and
So you,
bringing everybody in. I'm just praying that if they take Bullseye and make him the Dark Avengers Hawkeye,
I was just about.
if
That was
they
about
make
my
him
next
that
question.
Hawkeye, oh my gosh, but the suit has to be, he has to wear a mask. Like he has to have
He has
like
to have
a,
he has to have the comic accurate purple suit.
like where it looks like almost like he's wearing a Wolverine type of
Yeah,
mask.
the cow. I need
Yeah,
that.
and it
Yeah,
has to be that.
it has
And
to
if they
be.
don't do that, it's dead. It don't even do it. Just leave it where it's at.
No,
Put
really
him
though.
back in the fucking Bullseye costume and leave it there.
Another question though. How do you feel about Heather Glim, Lady Muse?
Okay, so from the leaked set photos that we've seen of season 3, I'm interested to see how like if she goes through this entire like physical looking change because if you see in the set photo she has black hair, like a black bob, and
Mm-hmm.
she has the mask on and everything like that. So I think the first couple episodes are probably going to be focused around her changing her identity to fully being Miss Muse and just being this villain and not being
Yeah, let's go. I'm actually really interested in what they're gonna do with her. What I don't understand is
like what is she gonna do?
what is she going to do? Because we understood the other Muse. He took Taekwondo. That's why he was able to fight so good and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We don't. This lady was a psychiatrist.
Yeah, like she got her ass beat by
Like I don't understand. Like, I don't see her in no hand to hand combat
yeah, like
with character. He's gonna wipe the floor with her.
get gut punched. She's gonna be like, ow,
Yeah.
like like
I'm not doing that. I'm not
I
trying to see that.
yeah I don't that's actually a really good point. I also think that somehow there's gonna be an origin told about Fisk on why he's so damn strong. I think he's gonna have like some sort of like before his mayor election, like he found some sort of super soldier serum or
That
something.
would be crazy. But then again though, like I don't know because in season one, like we literally seen him crush the commissioner's head with
Head
his
with
bare
his
hand.
hands. That's what I'm
Like
saying. Like
what the hell? I never. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The man, but in the comics, like I don't
even when
remember.
he was fucking those dudes up at the end, like when he was fighting those
Yo,
dudes at the end, like
when
the
he
villains, and he punched that dude square in his head, and he just like flew back and hit the wall. Yo, I've been seeing so many memes that it's like when you tell your homie, "Yo, you got this," and he gets genuinely punched to the ground.
yo, when he opened up that door and punched Buddy 6 feet away, I said, "Yeah,
Bro,
this dude's
he
over."
hit into a bulletin board, bro. He hit into a bulletin board.
Yeah, he's wild. And he picked the dude up and cracked his, and broke his back off the thing. I said, "What the heck?" Like, yeah, Fisk is devious.
Crazy.
Not gonna lie. Oh my god, Swordsman. You think he's gonna have a bigger role in season 3?
I think he's gonna. I think Karen's gonna go to a lot of those. She's gonna go to a lot of those smaller, like vigilantes to try to get Daredevil out.
I
I
ain't gonna
think
lie.
there's gonna be like a. So in the comics, they kind of use the Defender's name as like it's almost like how the Guardians of the Galaxy are in the comic.
Mm,
That like anybody can be a part of the group. It's
right.
like if you're fighting in that era with a certain member of the team, you're pretty much the Defenders. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think in this next season we're gonna get like a Defenders esque type thing. It's gonna probably be Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, White
White Tiger.
Tiger, and probably Swordsman
I,
if he's but he's there funding right now. He's there like I don't know if you remember that in after the episode when he was fighting with Matt or yeah, like fighting besides Matt against the vigilante task force. He said at the end, "Well, now we have funding."
oh yeah, yeah,
So like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
He's kind of like their um Morgan Freeman from Batman again. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah, yeah, for sure,
He's on that tier. So
for sure, yeah, yeah. Yeah. What suit you think we're gonna get for Daredevil next season? You think he's gonna? I don't know.
I I think we need a white suit. I
Yo,
think we need a white Daredevil
I
suit.
ain't gonna lie. Now that he out in the public, everybody know who he is. Go for it. Let's get a white suit. I wouldn't
Either a
mind that.
white suit or actually make the yellow suit fully good instead of just looking like
You talking about the one? You talking about the
from
one in
here.
She-Hulk?
Yeah,
Oh
like
yeah, that was
it
some good
had
shit.
potential from here up and then down. It looked like he was just wearing like a random Marvel suit that they just like
Yeah,
put together.
I did not like that suit
Yeah,
at all.
because the comic book one, he's he has like a red tank top with yellow sleeves under it, red shorts, and yellow like leggings. Which they tried to do that, and it just looked very very bad. I think they're like the mask looked amazing, but and then like I don't like how this season until this season we just now got the DD.
I
You know what I mean?
know.
Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
took
We
a
should have
while,
had that.
but
But
at least
you
they
would have.
did it. They
Yeah.
did it and didn't just like leave it out. You know
You
what I
thought we
mean?
would have been had that though. Like, what we in like? We damn near 6 seasons in the Daredevil. We should have been had that. Yeah, I totally agree on that one. Yeah, I definitely want to see more suits of Daredevil. He has one of the best suits in the MCU.
Yeah, he does. It's it's great to see them mix like a tactical
Yeah,
with like a good look. You
right.
know what I mean? It reminds me of like what they did in Captain America, like the
Mm,
first Avenger. It had like the padding on it, but it was still red, white, and blue. You
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Made him look a
yeah.
little bit buffer, but overall, I have I think the only complaint I have for this season is not knowing what Charles's role is
Mm.
fully. But other than that, I think it deserves.
It was definitely a big season, a well written season. Shout out to Brad Wonderbaum, man. He knows what he does. He knows what he's doing when he makes these TV shows.
And I think what Charlie Cox is doing with being an actor that's like how Robert Downey is. We need more actors like that and Ryan Reynolds that are reading the comics, that are
Yeah,
reading their stories of their characters so that you don't just get slapped a role and be like, I wonder what he would do in this situation.
right.
You have all the facts. You have all of the like you have all of the items in front of you. All you have to do is research it. And I love that these guys are finally doing that, and it's making the product so much cleaner with just like the little things.
Mm.
Just the like how you talked about how Daredevil uses billy clubs. It just stuff like that makes it so much better.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah, man. I'm actually really. I'm excited for season 3, even though we got to wait all the way to March, next March. I think that's so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't care.
We got stuff in between it.
No, we do.
I I think my thing is that I'm excited to see is how Marvel bridges these street level characters into the big movies. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't want to see Daredevil going like so say after Doomsday, we don't get him in Doomsday, we don't get him in Secret Wars. I don't want to see him just being in a show. I want to see him team up in movies. I want to see him get this fight scene with cuz Daredevil fights so many different villains and characters in the comic books
Yeah,
and
yeah, there's supposed to be. I heard new villains coming too for season 3.
mhm.
So yeah,
There's supposed to be 3, I think. 3
yeah.
new villains. So,
Mhm.
I heard we might get Al back. Olinsky he was from the Netflix series. He played Doctor Who. The dude that played Doctor Who.
Trying to figure out.
That was a while ago. I mean,
Yeah, but I haven't watched
sorry,
Netflix lately.
Marvel. It's hard to remember when the freaking seasons are 5 years
Like
apart.
7 years
Is
apart.
it
You know,
seven?
it was like 7, 8 years apart. Like that was so crazy. Yeah, I'm about to say I don't even remember much from the Netflix series.
Yeah, Netflix series kind of like you remember the you remember his like ninja hood and like uniform, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
Hey, I love that suit too. The all black with
Mm-hmm.
the white button.
White, yeah.
Yo, that is hard.
Yeah, it's a
That's
great.
tough.
It's very comic accurate too. Shout out
Yeah.
RCR. We went over that cover. It looked absolutely amazing. I mean, yeah. So, I think that wraps up today's podcast. Before we end though, we're gonna have our annual comic book cover. I'm gonna break it out.
Yes,
I know it
sir.
was a little bit hard to see last time, so this time we'll put it out. And for this issue, we have issue number 6, Doom 2099. Just a great cover. I actually found the 7th edition and the 1st edition at work. Shout out New Dimensions Comics. Um, yeah, it's just a great cover. You got Doom's face, and then you have all the Fantastic Four inside, kind of looking like they're trapped in Doom's they're trapped in Doom's world and they can't get out. They're there. And then actually the cool thing about this universe is you don't have a thing on the Fantastic Four team. You have the Hulk instead. So it's cool to see the different team ups that we get in these different universes. Punisher's actually in this universe. He has a 2029 or a 2099 Punisher right back here. So um yeah. I think also one more thing about Punisher with one last kill. We need to see he needs to be in his vest more.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Heck
Just
yeah.
walking around in it, just get used to him being in
Yeah,
it.
we might see it in a brand new day. Honestly,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
for sure.
surprised.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to this Daredevil season 2 recap and like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see in season 3 and yeah.